So I'll call to order the street acceptance and discontinuance meeting for Monday, this is
Wednesday.
Wednesday, April 16th, at 5:30 PM. And the first thing on the agenda is reorganization.
We'll talk, you, I wanted to, what I want to do is nominate you as the road commissioner for as chairman of well, because the board of selectmen is the
Yeah,
road commissioner. And we always, remember, you
Yeah.
will either, then Kim,
So you're nominating me for chair.
huh?
You're nominating me
You
for
are
chair.
nominating you for the chair of the organization.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor? It's a
Aye.
roll call. Is Ed online?
Oh, yes.
I'm here, yep.
Hi, Ed. So because he's online, we're gonna do a roll call vote.
It's probably
Kelly?
take you wanna take attendance too?
Oh, yes, thank you. Since, yeah. So Ed,
I'm here.
Kelly,
Here.
Reno, Kat,
Here.
and Mike Roser is here. So on the vote. Kat,
Aye.
Reno,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and I am an aye. So then we have. Excuse me?
I just cleared my throat, sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I thought you said something.
No. So we-
Congratulations, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. All right, so the next thing we have is the ratification of the minutes of
No,
December.
we need a secretary.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt.
I,
Would you like me to make the motion?
sure.
I move that we elect, Kim,
Kelly.
Kelly Conway as secretary.
Second.
Motion being seconded. Ed,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Reno,
No, yes,
Kat,
Yes.
and the
I
chair
was
is
saying Kelly
aye.
didn't sound too enthusiastic.
She wasn't super enthusiastic about it, but she still voted for herself, so we'll go with it.
Yeah, it seemed reluctant, but okay.
that's it.
All right. So then, we've got the ratification of the meeting minutes of December 2nd, 2024. Does anybody have any questions on the minutes?
I move that we accept the minutes of, December 2nd to 2024.
Wait a second.
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 All those in favor, Ed,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Reno,
Aye.
Kat,
Aye.
and I will abstain because I wasn't here for them. All right, next we have the street acceptance, Article 33, annual spring town meeting to authorize the select board to accept roads as public ways. So, are you here for any particular one, or just in general?
Well, Shelburne.
Okay. Madam Secretary, do we want to do these individually, vote them?
Mr. Chairman, so there's, as I mentioned, as I noted in the agenda, I think that's a good idea to do them individually because the preliminary warrant is different from the final warrant, whereas we eliminated Wild Crest Avenue.
Yep.
Because we weren't ready on that one, so I think it makes sense to do them individually.
Okay,
I do have a brief overview if you want me to go through it.
yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. So this is the list of roads, under discussion for tonight. As I mentioned, Wild Crest is not on the list any longer, so I do have some graphics. I do have the detailed plans. If we get into questions and so forth, we can open those up, but generally, just to go over these, we have Apollo Avenue, dead end to dead end, which is in the lake area off of Lake Street, 845 feet. Then we have Ipswich Street, 240 feet, dead end road off of Oak Street. McDougal Street from Pines Road to Dustin Young Lane. It's off of, the Cook Street area.
Yep.
And then, just adjacent to that, we have McGinnis Way from Pines Road, to the cul-de-sac. And then we have Munson Street, which is off of Lake Street, a dead end, 450 feet. And then Shelburne Avenue, from Connolly Road to dead end. That's it.
Any questions from the committee? Seeing none. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
Well,
Yeah, I mean. I think if, this system isn't working, but if you talk, the owl will pick you up.
yeah, it's my voice, no problem. I just want to mention on Shelburne Ave, the DPW comes down,
For the record, can you state your name?
Larry Norman, 18 Shelburne Ave. DPW comes down 2, 3, maybe 4 times a year to grade and do work on that road, depending on the weather conditions. At the top of the road, when one of the people subdivided their land and put in a garage, they paved in their driveway that they made, falls out towards Shelburne Ave onto the dirt. And when we had the heavy rains last year, it washed out the whole top of that road. So if the DPW is gonna be down there spending time with materials and people coming to do the work 2 or 3 hours, you might as well get the road accepted and get credit towards the mileage that the town gets. Was it chapter 90
Yeah,
money? So
chapter 90 million.
money, yeah, so I'm just saying, it makes sense if you're gonna do the work and spend the time, you might as well get something back from it.
Thank you. We'll vote these individually. The only thing I would suggest is we should vote them all individually, contingent upon having all of the documentation ready. Because it's gonna be going before the select board on the 28th. And since the letter's gone out on the 11th, I believe, the memo said, yeah. We obviously want to make sure we have all the paperwork in line before we go to town meeting. So I'll just,
Sorry, which documentation is missing?
the letters that was sent out to all the abutters was sent out on the 4th, on 4/11. And Kelly said that they weren't back yet, and according to the bylaw under section C, all of that paperwork was supposed to really be back before the warrant, where they even went on the warrant, and it's very specific about that. So they're on the warrant now, so at the very least, we need to make sure we have all the paperwork.
Okay.
So I would just vote them all contingent on that.
And if we don't, then we do get much.
Yeah, I mean,
I remember when, in the old days, whenever the papers weren't in, of course, the abutters, or not the abutters, the people requesting acceptance were the ones who had to go around and provide. And if they say, oh yeah, we'll have it by then, and usually they didn't, so we would take them off it would not be voted at town meeting. Many times we did that. I mean, sometimes it was but that was different before, when it was their responsibility to gather the papers.
right, well, I mean, it's still, I think there's still some responsibility on their part to acknowledge that they got
Yeah.
the certified mail. I'm assuming they get sent out certified mail, right, Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
So I guess my question is, can it be heard by town meeting if that paperwork doesn't come back?
That's a good question. I'm gonna be on the phone with town council tomorrow to make sure, because we need the
If
answers
it
to that.
couldn't be heard anyway, then we wouldn't need to make our vote contingent, it would just
Yeah, but we
stop
won't-
going. But
yeah,
if we're
but-
not sure now, then
Right,
I'm comfortable with that
Yeah.
contingency.
that's exactly why, because we won't know until probably tomorrow, or even when it gets closer to town meeting. Hopefully, we'll all be resolved before the 28th, because the board has to vote on this as road commissioners.
Yeah.
So. All right,
Mr. Chairman, I question whether the waiver forms are a requirement. However, I mean, I think that we need a survey plan of the acceptance, the showing the limits and the meets and bounds and so forth of the road up for acceptance which we have drafts right now from our surveyors. We'll have the final versions. Before this, we should have them, probably by the end of the week. We most definitely will have the Mylars in hand for, the evening that the select board, votes on the orders of layout.
Yeah, that's next
Well,
Monday.
no, it's just the last one.
Let me see.
I don't know. They're not really doing.
Is that Monday?
No,
It's this
Is that-
coming Monday, the 28th, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we definitely will have the Mylars by then.
Okay. But, right,
Oh, I'm sorry, Mike, it's a week from Monday.
oh, okay,
Yeah, just looking at the calendar.
well, but since we don't have them now, we should just vote a contingent on having everything that we need.
Okay. okay.
And then,
And Mr. Chairman, we may not get the waiver forms back. They are filtering in our office. We most likely will not get 100% of them, and as I had mentioned, prior to the meeting, I think that's just one thing the select board has to take into consideration for when they make the vote on the orders of layout.
right. Which there again goes into having all the papers, so I think the contingency part of that is a good piece to. Have in the motion, so,
all right, can I just ask a question?
hold on a second, Ed,
Make two
Okay.
rights, and it'll be on your left.
go ahead, Ed, sorry.
That's all right. The cover memo says that these were initiated by resident request, correct?
That's, I don't know that's to be true, because,
Well, it's on the memo.
well, it doesn't mean all of them will. If it's done by resident request, then they should have filled out the form and we should have it.
So I guess the question is to Kelly then, these were all citizen requests based on the memo that you wrote?
Yes.
Okay, and you've got some residents
And
online.
we,
Go ahead, Kelly, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I was gonna say there's some folks online that may want to speak on it. I'm not sure who they are or what, so I don't know if you can see that or not. But there's at least three, looks like three people perhaps that might want to speak about these.
Thank you. I don't have a computer in front of me, Ed, so thank you for pointing that out.
No worries.
Can you see those people, Kelly?
So people are chatting and asking questions
Okay.
online.
No, does anybody online have a question? Raise your hand. Nobody has their hand raised.
Okay, all right. So I guess we'll just start at the beginning and vote them individually contingent upon having all the necessary paperwork to go to town meeting. And I'll accept a motion for Apollo Ave.
So
So
moved.
moved.
All right, in that case, I'll accept a motion for Apollo Ave from the dead end to the dead end for the length of 735 feet.
Second,
Do I have a second?
second,
Motion's been made and seconded. Ed,
yes.
Pat,
Yes.
Reno,
Yeah,
So we're gonna,
oh, contingent upon having all the paperwork. I forgot my own contingency. Kelly,
Motion to do this. It sounds
the
very
chair is
confusing that they don't need all the votes anyway. They don't need all the answers to the letters anyway. They can move forward anyway.
who's that speaking? Ed?
It's not me, it's one of the other folks online.
the letters are the waiver of suing the town, so if you don't send it in, then you could sue them.
I'm sorry, I don't. We're hearing voices over here and have no idea who's speaking or,
I'm trying to see how to speak.
So they may not be able to hear us. I can see them. Looks like a couple, sir, with the glasses. It
Yeah, hi, no,
Hi.
that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
wasn't you, all right, you,
Wasn't
your
us.
box
But,
lit up.
but since
But
I have
since
you, I
I
do have
have
a
you,
question,
let's ask the question.
but I do have a question though.
It's gonna.
All
how
right,
much of
so the
land is
next-
it gonna take?
No, first of all,
wait,
if it's
if
accepted,
right now, if everybody can, I don't know if everybody can hear me or not, but we're trying. With everybody speaking with the owl, everyone's talking over each other and I can't hear anything anybody's saying, and we need to recognize people to speak and know what address and who they are, so, okay. Thank you.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman.
That's okay. No, it's technology at its finest. So I'll accept a motion to recommend Ipswich Street from Oak Street to the dead end for 240 feet contingent upon having all the paperwork in place.
So moved. Second.
Cat,
Aye.
Reno,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and the chair is aye. I'll accept a motion to recommend McDougal Street from Pines Road to Dustin Young Road Lane for a length of 1,250 feet contingent upon all the appropriate paperwork being in place.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Do I hear a
Second.
second?
Second.
Seconded by Ed. Cat,
Aye.
Reno,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
and the chair is aye. Ed,
Aye.
I'll accept a motion to recommend McGinnis Way from Pines Road to the cul-de-sac for 2,225 feet contingent upon all the paperwork being in place.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Cat,
Aye.
Reno,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and the chair is aye. I'll accept a motion to recommend Monson Street from Lake Street to the dead end for 450 feet contingent upon all the paperwork being in.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Cat,
Aye.
Reno,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and the chair is aye. Accept a motion to recommend Shelburne Ave from Colonial Road to the dead end for 1,355 feet. Contingent upon all the paperwork being in.
So moved.
Second.
Cat,
Aye.
Reno,
Aye.
Kelly,
Aye.
and Ed,
Aye.
and the chair is aye. So that's all of them, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And so I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Motion's been made. Ed,
Second.
thank you. Kelly,
Aye.
Reno,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
and Kat just stepped out, and the chair is aye. We are adjourned.
5:50.
5:50.
On behalf of Shelburne Ave, thank you.
You're welcome.
I wanted to vote no, but we're.
What about Apollo?
I was waiting.
You did that.
We didn't get to speak, like, what the hell?
I have a question. Can anybody hear me?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Aye.
Hi,
Hi.
I have a question. My name is John Mingo. I live on Apollo Ave.
Okay.
A question for you. Do all the residents have to sign for it to go through? Because you said all the paperwork. I'm not sure exactly what that means.
Well, it's gonna be the layout of the acceptance, which has, basically the plan of what you're accepting, which has the width and the length of what you're accepting. Keep in mind, the layout of a road is generally, it's wider than the actual travel area. The travel area is your hot top area, so I'm assuming that I wasn't here when the paperwork was sent out, I'm assuming that you probably got a bit of a map that shows where the impacted area is. Did they get that, Kelly?
I think
No, we did not.
No.
No.
I think we said that the plans are available for viewing in the engineering office.
Okay,
We asked them to return the forms to.
okay,
Yeah,
so
'cause- yeah.
you
because
do
the
need to
question-
return the form.
I'm sorry.
You
go
do
ahead.
need to return the forms.
Yeah.
I guess if you're in favor or not, and then the plans are available. It'll show you what the layout is, and like I said, the layout is typically 40 to 60 feet depending on the road. And then the travel area, which is your hot topped area, is significant